Liverpool kept up the title charge at the expense of your own Villa last night, Gab. After the match, Jurgen Klopp was asked about Haaland's imminent arrival at the Etihad. The Liverpool boss has no doubts that the Norwegian will be a success at City.
Good player. Yeah. City was never and will never be a team who wins games because of one player, with a specific way to play. And I think Erling will realize if all of a sudden he will score a lot of goals on a second post, where he just puts a foot on, so he will love that. And now we have other situations where he's a real beast. Was now injured a couple of times at Dortmund, but when he's fit, he's a real beast. So, yeah, unfortunately, a really good signing.
Unfortunately, a really good signing. Yeah, he had to say it, doesn't he? Wow, what a signing for Manchester City, Gabs. This is going to be big, isn't it?
Honestly, like when I seen it had actually been done, I was thinking to myself, wow. And I don't want to hear about it's going to cost this with agent fees, this with wages, because a lot of these big transfers, the wages are crazy, the agent fees are crazy. It's costing Manchester City £51 million. That is a bargain, Laura. For me, best striker in the world. What he can do, like we're speaking, weren't we, Ali? Yeah. Outside. What he can do, Laura, he can help the team get up the pitch. He can hold the ball up. He's one of them strikers that will chest it down, like mid-air, and you still can't get the ball off him. Left foot, right foot. He can out-pace you. Like, he's got everything. He's going to score the tap-ins from De Bruyne's crosses. He's going to score screamers. He's going to attract 2 or 3 defenders to stop him, which leaves Mahrez, Foden, Grealish, De Bruyne 1v1, which is what they want. So for me, it's an incredible signing, and Liverpool have to act. Liverpool have to sign a striker, because last night Liverpool struggled for me. Villa were very good defensively, and Liverpool have to sign a striker.
How impressed were you with Villa's performance last night?
I thought it was outstanding performance. I mean, I was listening to Goldstein on Drive, and you're saying that Villa won't be up for the game because of the Gerrard Liverpool thing, but that team was up for the game. Some very good performances. Danny Ings was on fire for me against his old club, and Ings should have scored that header first half that he missed in the near post. And I think Liverpool got away one, to be honest. I think there wasn't much in the game, but maybe Klopp resting Salah, playing Curtis Jones, maybe saw it as an easier game than it actually was, because it was a tough game for Liverpool.
Definitely. Might be a tough game for City tonight as well. You never know. Had a message here, actually, I wanted to read out. Adrian Burns, he's a Wolves fan and a season ticket holder, and he says, we only lost 1-0 at City this season and played 45 minutes with 10 men after Jimenez was sent off, so don't expect us to roll over tonight and have our gold and black belly tiggled. Great show as always. I said this yesterday, actually. There's something about Wolves against City where under Nuno they found ways of nicking points off them. How difficult a game do you think it'll be for City tonight against this Wolves side?
I think it'll be a difficult game, but look at the way Wolves rolled over against Brighton at home. So they're not in great form. But this City team, Laura, they're possessed. Look at Kevin De Bruyne against Newcastle. He was flying around the pitch. They are not, in a million years, going to let Liverpool win the quadruple. It'll be a tough game tonight, but I still fancy City to get a comfortable win.
Another question for you, which we spoke to Mickey Gray about earlier on when we were talking about Erling Haaland, and one of our listeners actually wanted this question answered as well. This is from Carl Evans. He said, many players have excelled in Europe but struggled in the Premier League. Is there a risk of that with Haaland? What do you think?
I've heard a few pundits say this, and I'm baffled. Like, one player that will not struggle in the Premier League is Haaland. In that team, the creative players they've got, the chances he gets. If you look at his clips and his games at Dortmund, his goals, Laura, he's scoring all sorts of goals, finishing corners, smash them if he wants to, side foot them when he wants to. There's no chance he's struggling. No chance.
No, I agree. I mean, there's no such thing as a certainty, but in a signing, there's always an element of a gamble in any signing. But I think Gab's spot on. I mean, there's just no way can I not see him getting into that City team and scoring all sorts of goals at the second post, as Jurgen calls it.
Weird that, isn't it? That kind of made me go, what? Second post, back post. Okay, what do you think in terms of how Manchester City are going to set up next season?
Oh, wow.
I mean, how is that?
All the best.
It could be any of them, really, couldn't it? But in terms of like their attacking threat, who's he going to line up? Who's going to link up with best?
Wow. I really don't know.
It's one of those things I said earlier, Gab. I don't know whether you agree or not. I think for big games, massive games, I mean, it does rotate. Obviously, Pep rotates, particularly in middle to front areas. But I think, generally speaking, for the massive games, there'll be 4 or 5 certainties.
Yeah.
And that'll be the goalkeeper, Diaz, De Bruyne, Haaland, maybe another one, whatever. But I mean, it certainly won't change. I don't think the formation will change. You know what I mean? It'll be a 4-3-3
as well, Ali. Like, it will suit playing with Grealish from the left, because Grealish loves to play off a striker, play 1-2s. Haaland's that player as well.
Yeah.
He can play link-up play as well. He could play Sterling, who likes to, 1-2s and get in behind and cut him back for Haaland, or play with Foden. Honestly, like, you can't even call it. They're going to be so strong next season. That's why other teams like Chelsea, Liverpool, they have to strengthen.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.